Welcome everyone and thank you so much for joining in. As we can see guys, the price of Bitcoin did pretty much exactly like how we expected. A breakout from this descending broadening wedge and get attracted towards this 30,000 wedge line before choosing a trend duration. And in our case, if we look at this descending broadening wedge, after breaking the upper trend line, we did got attracted towards this 30,000 wedge line, but unfortunately we got rejected one more time. So the question here is, will the price of Bitcoin after some retracement, after coming back to test the previous temporary waistline, will continue a new impulsive movement, or what kind of scenario to expect next? I have prepared some very interesting chart which is indicating us where the price in the medium short term, where the price of Bitcoin in the upcoming days might be possibly heading. So before I jump into the content, please destroy that like button and let's try to reach 1,000 like in this video. But if you want to push me even further, because you know like, comment is definitely going to boost the algorithm of the channel, then again a comment is always appreciated. Thank you very much. Now if you look at this descending broadening wedge, nothing has changed. I mean, after breaking the upper trend line, the price of Bitcoin got attracted towards this 30,100 30,200 range. But we know this 30,000 right now is one of the most important line of resistance for Bitcoin. Only after flipping that, we know the next area of confluence here to the upside will be between 31,000 to 32,000 range. Yes guys, the price of Bitcoin in our case must break the resistance which you have around 30,000 at any cost if we want to continue this impulsiveness, because we know even if the price does shows any weakness, comes back to test the support which you have around 29,500, this trend line, the upper trend line, will be looked as a line of support, because this exact line in the past price action acted as a resistance. Yes, you heard that correctly guys. The price of Bitcoin could be coming back to test the key line of support around 29,500, but remaining about that range means there is a very high probability for price breaking the 30,000 resistance as well. And if that happens, then you know the price objective from this descending broadening wedge is somewhere around 31,000 to 32,000 range. Not just only this descending broadening wedge, even if we look at this falling wedge chart pattern is also another bullish continuation pattern, because it is being formed during an uptrend. But in our case, the price has already broken the upper trend line resistance, and in the past price action, we know breaking the upper trend line resistance always led to a very nice impulsive movement. Yes, each and every time the price of Bitcoin broke out of this upper trend line, that resulted in a very nice impulsive movement. So in our case, since the price has already broken out of this key line resistance, please be careful. Even though this is looking very bullish for Bitcoin, I just want you guys to wait until price closes the daily candle above 30,000 range before turning bullish. Yes guys, 30,000 right now, even after breaking the upper trend line resistance from this falling wedge, is still going to be looked as a line of resistance. Only if we can flip that into proper support, then we know the price for the upcoming days might be slowly turning bullish. Now, beside falling wedge, beside this descending broadening wedge, even if we look at this descending channel breakout scenario, you can see guys, the price of Bitcoin got attracted towards the upper trend line from this falling channel or descending channel. This is exactly where we came. This is exactly where we found resistance, because we were aware the upper trend line in the past price action has always acted as a line of resistance. Yes, in the past price action, only after breaking the resistance from this upper trend line, only after that the price has started this new impulsive movement. So this is exactly what I'm trying to pinpoint here. Only if we can flip this upper trend line, which is sitting around 30,000, we know the price of Bitcoin for the coming days might be turning very bullish. And the best case target for us, I mean the best case scenario, is around 35,000 to 40,000 range before price loses an actual trend duration. Yes guys, we are expecting the price of Bitcoin to get attracted in between 35,000 to 40,000 range before deciding the trend duration, the actual trend duration. Now, before I switch into other chart, I just want to quickly aware you guys about this Bybit World Series of Trading competition, which is going to end the registration period in 7 days from now. Yes guys, if you want to join my team, if you want to fight for this 8 million USDT, the link to join my squad is in the description down below, or you can simply scan this QR code. Now let me switch the chart. Now if you look at this right angle broadening top pattern, nothing much has changed. I mean the price in the past price action, after getting rejection from this previous support area, started showing continuation here to the downside, also reached the price opportunity from this right angle broadening top. Here, a very similar thing is unfolding. I mean, the price of Bitcoin is coming back to test the key line of resistance one more time. That means if the price in the medium short term fails to break out of this key line of resistance, then we have to be careful, because in the past price action, failing to break out of this key line of resistance led to a bigger price retracement. And in that case, we got attracted. Let me show you here. The price of Bitcoin got attracted towards the price opportunity from this right angle broadening top, which in our case is sitting around 28,000 range. Yes guys, failing to break out of this 30,000 could still result in a continuation here to the downside, price testing one of the most important support line which we have around 28,000 before deciding the trend duration. Now, even if we look at this central pivot range indicator, a leading indicator which gives us information beforehand, and according to this leading indicator, what kind of information can we see here? The price is in between the top and the bottom CPI line. Yes, we got attracted towards the central CPI line. This center line, you can see this is the exact area where we found resistance yesterday as well. So what I'm trying to pinpoint here is that if we want to see this as a continuation pattern, then you can see 30,000 must be flipped into proper support, because breaking out of 30,000, flipping that into support could lead to another continuation. And in that case, 31,000 will be looked as our upcoming target. And even if we look at this in a bit different way, I mean, if we take the monthly R2 line, R3 line. So the second target is around 32,800, and the best case target for this month of August is sitting around 33,950, or let's say 34,000 range. So if the price of Bitcoin wants to show this bullishness, we definitely have to overcome the resistance in between 29,500 to 30,000 range. And only after flipping that into proper support, we know this will be looked as a continuation pattern and not a reversal pattern. Because if we get rejected around this 30,000 one more time, we can also say this is a formation of a double top. Getting rejection on 30,000 means price could be forming a double top, which in our case is very unlikely, but still I want you to be careful. Even though if the price does show any shakeout, now the lower trend line around 29,600 will be looked as our strong line of support. So as long as the price remains over this bottom CPI line or the 29,500 range, then there is a very high probability for price breaking out from this 30,000 resistance line. Now, even if we look at this broadening bottom, you can see guys, I was shouting on top of my lungs, the price in our case must break out of the 30,000 range line. You can see this is exactly where we came. This is exactly where the price in the past price action found resistance. And now if we look at this broadening bottom example, this is exactly how we are forming. I mean, if the price after reaching this 0.5, this will be our 0.5, right? Just like I shown in the example. So any sort of a retracement in the medium short term doesn't bother us that much, because we know around 29,500, 29,600, we have some strong line of support line for Bitcoin. And after that, we could still show another continuation here to the upside. And according to this broadening bottom, the price objective is around 32,000 to 31,000 range. That is another reason why 30,000 resistance in the medium short term must be broken. But I am about to show you one interesting scenario which is about to happen here on indicators. I mean, if we look at this RSI, the RSI has managed to come across 50. If we look at MACD has just formed a bullish MACD cross. If we look at T3CCI indicator also in a positive territory. So what does this indicate? In the past price action, whenever we have seen that happening, RSI over 50, bullish MACD cross exactly at the same time, T3CCI also in a positive territory. What happened after that? Price of Bitcoin started new bullish movement after forming this bullish crossover. Here, a very similar scenario unfolded. RSI started jumping over 50. At the same time, we saw bullish MACD and T3CCI in a positive territory. And that led to another continuation here to the upside. And this is exactly what is being flashed right now as well. So if the price of Bitcoin in our case manages to remain over 29,500, then there is a very high probability for a trend for the coming days to turn bullish here in this manner. Yes guys, because the indicators right now are turning bullish, and that could be resulting in another continuation here to the upside. And now, even if we look at this broadening wedge, or let's say broadening top, doesn't matter guys, doesn't matter, because the price in our case is slowly forming some bullish continuation formation. I mean, once we flip the 30,000 resistance, we know the next area is going to be around 32,000, and flipping that into support is going to result in another bullish continuation between 35 to 40,000 range. That is another reason why I'm shouting on top of my lungs, between 35,000 to 40,000 is where we could be getting attracted before the price of Bitcoin chooses an actual trend direction. So these were some of the quick updates that I wanted to share with you in this video. If you enjoyed my work, then please destroy the like button, and to those individuals watching for the first time, hit the subscribe button and the bell. And one more time guys, Bybit World Series of Trading competition with total prize pool of 8 million USDT is going to end the registration in 7 days. So if you want to join my squad and fight for this 8 million USDT, the link is in the description down below. Feel free to check it out, or you can simply scan this QR code. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye.